If today's book doesn't make you cry, you can't convince me you have a soul. This is 5 Minute Books. I'm Garrett Robinson, independent co-author of the Realm Keeper series. Welcome to 5 Minute Books, where I promise to tell you everything you need to know about popular books in 5 minutes or less. Each week we alternate between Amazon's #1 best-selling book and an independent title that I choose. And this week we're reviewing the best-selling The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This show will be spoiler-free. The Fault in Our Stars, or T-Fios as it's affectionately known by its very loyal fan base, tells the story of Hazel Grace, a teenager suffering from terminal cancer. In the first chapter she meets Augustus, another teenager whose own cancer is in remission. Hazel requires constant oxygen because, as she describes it, her lungs suck at being lungs, while Augustus lost one of his legs in his battle with disease. The two of them immediately feel a magnetic attraction and swiftly fall in love, engaging in discussions about life and philosophy, art, beauty, and the nature of infinity. In particular, they both become obsessed with An Imperial Affliction, a fictional novel about a teenage cancer victim written by the mysterious Peter Van Houten, who long ago retired to the Netherlands in obscurity. In an act of supreme douchebaggery, or brilliance depending on who you ask, Van Houten didn't really end his novel, cutting it off mid-sentence on the last page to indicate that the main character had passed away. It's a bold statement about the nature of death and how everything isn't all neatly wrapped up at the end, which Hazel and Augustus can completely understand, but Hazel has been obsessed with finding out what happens to the other characters after that novel's last page. So after some unsatisfying correspondence with Van Houten, they decide to seek him out in the Netherlands and get their answers. This novel had greater significance to me than merely two star-crossed lovers brought together by their maladies. My father is a cancer survivor twice, and I lost my mother to breast cancer 3 years ago. So, with that in mind, there were parts that were difficult to get through. But as someone with personal experience, I can tell you that the depictions of cancer in T-Fios are excellently done. Cancer changes everything about your life except for the fact that, like the rest of us, you still have to live it. It's actually incorrect of us to describe anybody as a cancer victim because those are two words that do not define them. They are people with cancer, and the word people comes first. They're just like the rest of us in that they have hopes and fears and dreams and faults in their stars, and they just also happen to have this terrible disease. Like any major life event, cancer shapes the way that Hazel and Augustus see the world, but it doesn't define their personalities. They are who they are for the same reasons as the rest of us, the way they were raised, the things that they've seen and done, and the thoughts that they've had about life and the universe. This is summed up best in their relationship. Hazel is not in love with Augustus because he, like her, has cancer. She knows plenty of people who have that. She's in love with him because he's beautiful, inside and out, and their personalities mesh in a way she's never experienced before. His cancer has nothing to do with it other than it's simply something they can both relate to. In the book, their sickness doubles as a plot device. For most American teenagers, a sudden romantic trip to the Netherlands simply isn't feasible, but they're able to do so due to an organization in the book similar to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. In this way, John Green provided us with a believable solution to a problem that would otherwise have required an eye-rolling Deus Ex Machina moment. I'd like to take a brief second to discuss dialogue, because in my review of Divergent, I complained that the teenagers had this habit of bursting into philosophy that was incongruent with their general dialogue. In T-Fios, Hazel and Augustus are veritable philosophical machines, but it works because the book establishes that their disease has turned their attention inward. These people have spent a lot of time thinking about life and death and the universe and everything. A note on writing style: this was my first John Green book, and as I was flipping through the editorial reviews, I saw a comment by E. Lockhart saying, and I quote, "John Green is one of the best writers alive," and I was like, yeah, okay. After reading the book, he might not be wrong. I debated my rating on this book for a long time, because 5 stars normally means I would recommend it to anybody without question, but due to its emotional content, I wondered if I would really do that, considering how many of us have lost people to this disease. In the end, however, it was just too damn good. I give The Fault in Our Stars 5 stars out of 5. No book that I've read in the past decade has had this much of an emotional impact on me, or done so well at communicating the reality of the terminally ill. The nature of my 5-minute reviews means that I can't possibly do this book justice within this video, so in summary, I will just say that this is an important novel, not just to those suffering from cancer, but to those suffering from the other great side effect of death: life. Thank you for watching 5 Minute Books. As always, you can purchase this novel, and I certainly hope you do, by clicking on the cover, which will take you to the Amazon bookstore via an affiliate link that helps fund the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see future reviews and other book-related goodness every day of the week, and we'll see you next time.